for watching Nighttime. And a couple things before we bring on our first guest here. First off, go to our website. We always mention NightTimeHawaii.tv, our featured entertainer. This week is none other than Anna Marie Love. Wasn't she great?
She's great.
Really good. And I'd like to read an email that we got. And check this out, Rich. Aloha, greetings from New Jersey. Big fan of your show. Just wanted to give you guys a big thank you for doing what you're doing. I grew up in Hawaii and I visit as often as I can. Well, finally, thanks to Hawaii IPTV, I can enjoy your show and lots of other local programming here from, I won't say that, New Jersey. Fill in your own blank there, folks. Something about watching that stuff that reminds me of being back home. Peter Najarian. Peter Najarian. Najarian. I go through out and then slaughter the guy's name. Anyway, Peter, thanks for the email. Really appreciate it. Send us stuff if you're watching from around the country, folks. Now, coming to the stage is a gentleman who, a personal friend. We don't hang out, but we have met on occasion, and it was always good fun. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Michael Green. I'm buttoning up, Michael. Good. Gee, no pressure when people call you trial lawyer extraordinaire. Any problem with that?
There's only one person that's ever done that. It's my wife, so.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean. How often you taking her to court?
Fourth time tomorrow.
Yeah, you got a
she said she didn't do it.
Well, that's what I heard.
All right.
Michael, so what's coming up? I mean, you're always doing the high-profile cases, and I know you do a lot of other stuff that isn't in the paper. Tell us about it.
Well, you know, it's when I came here 20 years ago, I kind of promised my family I wouldn't do the murders anymore, and I wouldn't do the real violent stuff. And then in the last 4 months, I got a couple of one businessman in a murder solicitation, and that young boy was just charged with an execution at Yokohama Bay.
Oh,
but,
my goodness, I read about that.
Yeah, but you know, it's
now you're defending that gentleman.
Yeah, and the businessman who's charged, but you know, it's a lot better than the old days, and you know, some good fellas in Chicago I represented, and I didn't have to have in Hawaii a gun in my golf bag. I mean, it was
law print flak.
No, I mean, you know, there were years where, you know, the guys I played with, I only played 16 holes because 2 of the holes were on the highway. So it was hard to get a golf game. You know, I only played 16 holes, and I had the gun in the golf bag, and you know, you had to kind of pick your sides. And if you picked the wrong side, then people were a little disappointed.
But, well, you know what? Take, for instance, this guy out here at Yokohama. I mean, we all read about it in the news, and certainly he deserves the best representation, just like anybody. Innocent until proven guilty. But how do you put up with people going, "Bro, what are you doing?" You know, it's obvious.
Well, there's nothing obvious. You know, you can indict a coconut. I mean, you know, I mean, you just, you know, the grand jury sits and the prosecution puts on the witnesses they want, and they return what's called a true bill. You know, it turns out when I was a youngster and just getting into school, I wondered about those kinds of cases. And as the years go by and you actually see motives that people have to accuse someone, and it turns out that, you know, the person that was accused at the time, the description doesn't match, the person was in a different city. I mean, that's an extreme. But, you know, once you stop making them prove the case, then pretty soon they start knocking on your door. And some of the nicest people I know with the best families, law and order people and righteous people, and then something happens to them or their children. And they come and see me and say, I mean, is that really the way it is? I mean, what's wrong with the country? I represent policemen. For years, I represented Chopo for years, represented a lot of cops who got indicted. And it's, you know, the system kind of works. We're one of 5 countries in the world where, you know, you have people come together from the community and decide your guilt or innocence. It's very, very tough. It's better than when I was a bartender back in Chicago. But then
you oversaw a lot more important cases.
That's exactly right, and probably worse criminals. But you know, I came here 20 years ago. My kids needed to know their culture. My wife is Chinese Filipino, and I've been blessed. I've been accepted here by the judiciary. most of the prosecutors, most of the defense lawyers have been very good to me, and I'm very appreciative. I told them that the only thing I wanted to do in all the years was someday be called to come Ina, and I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
You're getting there, pal. Well, you got the tan. You're the George Hamilton of Hawaii, bro. Every time I see you, how can you maintain a tan like that?
Very hard. I go through more makeup than you do.
And you know what? I just from your explanation of that guy out there in Yokohama, I can tell why you're a great trial lawyer, and he's lucky to have you. Ladies and gentlemen, I know you got to take off. You got a case coming up. Michael Green, trial lawyer extraordinaire, buddy. Thanks for dropping by. I really got to take off.
Celebrate the good things in life with the Society of 7 at the Outrigger main showroom. The SOS is full of fun and full of surprises. Get set for an evening of excitement, great music, colorful characters, and Broadway showstoppers. You never know who you might see on stage with the SOS. So come on down to the Outrigger main showroom and celebrate with the Society of 7. Call 923-SHOW for reservations now.